Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Jordan. Back in the building. Um, and I'm playing
Yeah.
Death Stranding 1. I have my copy of Death Stranding 2 still in the plastic, unopened, and it will not be open. It will not be open until I complete this. I just picked up my first generator. So at this point, I can build a bridge.
Sam, you could probably get that bike running again if you charged it with a generator. Why not give it a try?
All right, so we're gonna build our first bridge. All right, so I don't have enough, or maybe I do. We're gonna build a. All right, this is our first bridge building, YouTube, and I know I've.
Just so you know, Sam, distro centers and the like are stocked with materials you can use to fabricate equipment. You can also take what you need to build structures. That said, there are limits to what each facility can spare. Check their terminals to see what they are.
All right, so we can't build our first bridge, but the thing about it is, and I know I've probably gone over it several times. I'm gonna probably continue to go over it. The more that I play, but I went to GameStop, YouTube. I went to GameStop the day Death Stranding was released, and didn't even know Death Stranding was released. You know, seeing some previews. I love Hideo Kojima. I go back to Metal Gear to the original NES. I'm 46 years old. I'll be 47 in less than a couple months. All right, so I go back with Kojima. Metal Gear Solid, the first Metal Gear, the NES, the gray box, and then of course, Metal Gear 2 on the original NES, the gray box, and even this.
Thanks for the help.
That little thing, you know, where somebody else built that ladder for me to use to get across this area. And this is I was getting ready to put another ladder down. Boom, here we go. Another ladder. So, I mean,
Today's a good day.
my phone is listening to me. Scary, I'm turning it off. But, I mean, it 6 years ago, I bought this game. Walked into GameStop when we had GameStop in the mall here. And I said, you want to know what? I'm going to get it. And I played it for, that first night I played it for about an hour. Second night, less than an hour, and I shelved it. And then I let my best friend, you know, shout out to my dude G Deezy. He was here with me at that time, you know what I'm saying, staying with me. And, you know, he's a gamer, but he's not a gamer, you know what I'm saying? He'd be like, all right, I don't know. So my library back then for the PS4 was immaculate. It was immense. He would just grab stuff. So I gave him that. I said, man, take this Death Stranding. Let me know what you think. You know what I'm saying? Let me know, you know. And he kept it for about 5 or 6 days. And he was like, he just came to me. He said, man, you want to know what? 2 3s? Because that's what he called me. He said, it's a lot. That's all he said. It's a lot.
Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
And, you know, that was it. So, you know, we talk about 2019, 2020.
Looks like you've got an empty container there, huh? Feel free to submit junk like that to Bridges. You might not have a use for it, but we do.
All right, so I'm trying to figure out how to use my generator. And we can carry it on our back. All right, but anyway, my best friend, he tapped out on me.
Beginning scan. Scanning Bridges ID. Verifying ID.
And
Clear. Weapons
2020, I tried it again
weapons will be locked
for maybe
until departure.
30 or 40 minutes. 2021, I started from the beginning and tried it again.
Decontaminating suit.
It just
All
didn't,
clear. Welcome,
you know,
Sam.
and then 23, 24, 20. But when I started seeing the previews for Death Stranding 3, Death Stranding 2, I'm the first one to say Death Stranding 3. But when I started it for DS2, I said, the game looks so impressive. And with Kojima being one of my favorite game developers, I said, you wanna know what? You wanna know what? I'm gonna do this. I am gonna finish this. I'm not just gonna move on. I'm not just gonna move on. I'm gonna finish this. And all right, so we can't drop this off. All right, so we're gonna drop these metals off. But I said, you wanna know what? I'm gonna finish this. I'm not gonna do this one like I really don't do that with no game, with no sequel. I'm not gonna play the sequel before I play the original, unless it's something like a Dragon Age or certain titles. Like okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm not, I ain't worried about the first one. And Alan Wake has joined that rank. I tried Alan Wake, the original version. I'm stuck because I don't have enough ammo to be the boss. So Alan Wake 2 will be installed here shortly, and I'll be posting videos for that. But with Death Stranding, I just felt like I'm in the rest of my private room. I felt like
Your work is greatly appreciated, Sam.
I have to finish the original before I go into this. So that's what I did. That's what I'm gonna do, and I'm glad. I'm glad because just me having the opportunity to build that first bridge, something clicked. And then everybody says you got to play it to the third chapter, and now I have my generator. So I'm trying to build my generator. I got to figure that out.
Good morning, Sam.
I got some mail. Check our morning monster. But the more, like I said, like it's nothing clicked 6 years ago. Nothing clicked for me, YouTube. But it's clicked. It has clicked as of now, and I'm glad that it clicked. And I couldn't wait. Me and my lady, we've been around. We've been making some moves today. I don't know the last name of the young lady, but it's just prayers need to be going up. It's a difficult situation here and now. So we've been moving around a little bit today, and before we left, I cooked some dinner. I made some. I always use the toilet sitting because I don't ever take a piss when I'm outside, and I've been out, so let them use the toilet. But anyway,
Nice.
we was out moving around, and but before we did, I played this for about a good 30 minutes. And then, I made my delivery, did what I had to do, and now I'm back here. And I was thinking to myself, like, wow, we got number 2 grenades. So, okay, by me using the
That should
bathroom,
suffice. Glad to see everything's in good working order. The latest in our line of EX grenades. I give you the number 2. As you may have surmised, this model was produced with various extracts refined from your fecal matter. We suspect that your regular consumption of cryptobiotes has led you to excrete certain compounds that may prove especially effective against BTs. If you would like us to produce more, you need only furnish us with the requisite raw materials via your private room's toilet. I look forward to your feedback.
all right. Now we're gonna shower. You tell me what to do. I'm digging that. Well, we don't need to use the standing because we just used the sitting. So, matter of fact, I am gonna use the standing because I haven't done it yet. But I'm glad that it clicked for me. I'm looking forward to trying to hook up my first little generator, see how that works, and get my first vehicle and open up some roads and really start to build. Because everybody said that's where it clicks. I haven't really had much combat to deal with. I got 3 ladders on me. I'm about to take one of them off and put a couple grenades, in my little inventory. And all right, so that's 0 because I showered. All right, so let's take a piss. And even this, see, it just goes unappreciated. This walking simulator with this UPS delivery guy. Look, I, I oh, I got 4 grenades, 7 of them. All right, so
Another of our new EX grenades, the number 1. So named because it contains a vaporized extract formulated from your urine. Compared to our first iteration, this EX grenade contains a higher concentration of your fluids, which should make it more effective against BTs. Whenever you avail yourself of your private room's facilities, we will collect the results and produce additional units for your use. So you needn't worry about running out.
let's check on BB. But yeah, it's just you really have to play this game and just put yourself into the character. You got to put yourself into the sense of it. Like, yeah, I'm a delivery man, but look at all this shit I got to carry. And I got to deal with enemies, and it's a bunch. It's a bunch. So I'm trying to figure out construction bridge. Interesting. See, now I'm starting to read the different things that I got to deliver and everything else. It's 60 kilograms. So I got to reseed the ore. Now I gotta try to figure out where to put it. Okay, those on my back too. I got a bunch of stuff. I still got a couple things on my back now. Let's see if we can fabricate some equipment. So, before we get going on the next mission,
Pleasant journey.
let's see what we can do about building a generator.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Hold on. So you hold down. All right, and we're gonna build our generator. And there it is. This is that moment, YouTube. This is that moment when it clicks. This is that moment when it's like, okay, this game is pretty fucking awesome. This is that moment.
Construction complete.
Charging up. And that's it. This is it. We're gonna make this a video. It's your boy Jordan. Hit that like and subscribe button. I'm retired. I ain't got no job and nothing else better to do.